This video is brought to you by Peugeot Butterworth, located in Butterworth, Penang, Malaysia. Hey guys, right here I have a 2017 Peugeot Traveller 2.0 HDI. And today, I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features, inside and out. So, here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. The side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car, the side mirrors automatically folds in. And upon unlocking, the side mirrors fold out again. The only Traveller variant available in Malaysia does come standard with Peugeot's smart keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The van is currently unlocked. The lock, press the ribbed area on any of the front door handles. And to unlock the van, just wait a moment and tap the area again behind any of the front door handles. With that smart keyless entry, you do have push button start. So to start the Traveller, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button located right down here. The Traveller uses an electro-hydraulic rack and pinion power steering system. Standard on Malaysian-spec Travellers is a leather-wrapped, flat-bottom steering wheel with contrast stitching around the inner rim and sport grips at 10 and 2. A 6-speed automatic transmission is the only choice for the Traveller in Malaysia. This transmission is selected by a rotary knob on the center console. Manual shifting is available by pressing the M button to the right of the gear knob and then using the pedal shifters behind the steering wheel. Front and rear parking sensors along with a reverse camera are all standard features. The reverse camera features active guidance signs and several different views. The Traveller comes with safety features such as 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, electronic stability program, anti-skid regulation, hill start assist, a blind spot monitoring system, an immobilizer, deadlocking, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. Alright, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. To pop open the bonnet, locate the lever to the left of the front passenger's footwell. Present on Malaysian-spec Travellers is a set of 17-inch Phoenix alloy rims with 215/60 R17 Michelin Agilis tyres. The brakes are ventilated discs in front and solid discs out back. The suspension receives McPherson struts in front and oblique wishbone trailing arms for the rear. Back in 1994, the first generation Citroën Jumpy was introduced as the French automaker's light commercial vehicle offering. A year later, Peugeot and Fiat followed with their own versions of the Jumpy, called Expert and Scudo respectively. These models were available in commercial van and passenger van versions. The second generation model appeared in 2007, and in 2013, Toyota released a rebadged version called the Pro Ace. Fast forward to 2016 and the third generation models were introduced. With the third generation models, there are two things to take note of. The first is that Fiat is no longer part of the collaboration, leaving only Citroën, Peugeot and Toyota. The second thing to note is that while the commercial versions retained the existing names, the passenger versions renamed Citroën Space Tourer, Peugeot Traveller, and Toyota Pro Ace Verso. Rivals of these vans include the Ford Transit Custom, the Renault Trafic, the Volkswagen Transporter, and many more. The Traveller in Malaysia is powered by a 2-litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbo diesel inline-4 engine with common rail direct injection. This engine produces 148 horsepower at 4000 rpm and 370 Nm of torque at 2000 rpm. The fuel tank size is 70 litres, and the combined fuel consumption for the Traveller BlueHDi 150 automatic is 6 litres per 100 kilometers. The Traveller is a front-wheel drive vehicle. The Peugeot Traveller officially went on sale in Malaysia in October 2017 with a single diesel automatic variant offered. While there are compact, standard and long sizes elsewhere, for Malaysia, we get the standard size Traveller, which means a 3275mm wheelbase and a 4956mm length. Exterior features of the Traveller include automatic manual leveling adaptive xenon projector headlights, automatic wipers, LED daytime running lights, front and rear fog lights, front and rear parking sensors, indicators on the front fenders, body-colored side mirrors, body-colored door handles with chrome highlights, and a spare tire mounted under the rear of the van. Mirror controls, window controls, both the front windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions, while the rear windows are fixed. We do have quite a number of storage areas on the door panel, one right here, one right there, and another one right there. And right here, you do have a speaker. Cup holder, right here. Heads-up display controls, headlight level adjustment lever, the driver's seat in this Traveller does get full powered adjustments with all of your controls located right there. You do have your massage seat and lumbar support options right here. The driver's seat is also heated, selected using this wheel. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. Dual zone automatic climate control system. There are actually a separate set of temperature and fan speed controls for the rear, which I'll show you later. But back to the front controls. Fan speed, recirculation, different modes, passenger side temperature, front defrost, air conditioning, automatic mode. This button activates your rear air conditioning system, rear defrost, and your driver's side temperature. Electronic stability program button. These two buttons actually control your powered rear doors. Obviously the one on the left controls the left door, while the one on the right controls the right door. In the middle you do have your electronic child locks for the rear doors, electronic central locking, power outlet, USB port, storage, and a little storage area below the gear lever. Right above, there is quite a large storage compartment. The Traveller comes with an integrated head unit with a 7-inch touch display, various media connectivity options, and a sound system that consists of 9 speakers and a subwoofer. I must say, surprisingly, the Traveller does have quite a good stock sound system. We are currently in your Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information. You do have the title, artist, album. You can go back a song, go for the song, play pause. Hit the sources button to bring up your list of media options. You do have FM, AM, Bluetooth audio streaming, USB, auxiliary. Under options, audio settings, with your preset equalizers, bass mid treble, balance and fader, your various sound settings, and your ringtone settings. Hit the button right above and you can bring up your settings center, where you can turn off the display, adjust the brightness, profiles, configuration, and Wi-Fi settings. Under configuration, you do have your system configuration, languages, date and time, screen configuration, and obviously to go back, hit the back button. On the top left, you do have your vehicle menu where you can turn off the parking sensors, blind spot sensors, your tire pressure monitoring system, memorized speeds for your cruise control and speed limiter function, and bring up your diagnostic information. Vehicle settings with your headlights, comfort, vehicle access, and security. The middle button brings up your media menu again, and right down here you do have your volume and power knob. The top right button brings up your settings menu once more. The middle one brings up your photos, if available, and you do have various other options such as your Wi-Fi settings and Bluetooth connection settings. On the bottom right button, it brings up your Bluetooth telephone menu where you can dial a number, look at your phone book, look at your call lists, and whatnot. Heads up display. As mentioned earlier, the controls are off to the right of the steering wheel. Use the up and down buttons to adjust the height, use the left and right buttons to adjust the brightness, and press and hold the left button to turn off the heads up display. As shown earlier, power folding side mirrors, on the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your volume controls, mute button, and your configuration wheel. This wheel allows you to go through your multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Right now the display is blank. Range and instant fuel consumption, trip 1 and trip 2. Under the 2 trip meters, you do have your average speed, average fuel consumption and distance traveled, and back to the blank display. On the right spoke, seek track wheel, list button brings up your list of FM and AM stations in that area if you are in your FM AM menu. Voice control button, different mode selection button. This button also doubles up as your Bluetooth telephone button. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls. Press the button at the end of the wiper stalk to go through your multi-information display as well. On the top left stalk, light and indicator controls. On the bottom left stalk, cruise control and speed limiter controls. The steering wheel in this van is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. There is nothing separating the front 2 seats except the parking brake, so you can actually walk to the back from the front. Individual armrests for the driver and front passenger. They are adjustable, obviously. Auto dimming rear view mirror. And right above you do have a smaller mirror to keep tabs on your rear passengers. LED interior lights. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a couple of lights. And the driver does get a grip handle. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. There are 5 ways to operate the powered rear doors in the Traveller. The first way is via the button on the key fob. The second way is via the button on the dashboard that I showed you earlier on. The third and fourth ways are via the interior door handle and the button on the B-pillar. The fifth and final way is via the exterior door handle. To climb into the last row of seats, first locate the lever right here, pull it and flip the seat back down. Next, locate the lever below, pull it, then move the whole seat forward. Obviously, you can then climb into the back. Now that I am in the last row of seats, it is actually quite spacious back here. There is not much room to stretch out my feet underneath the middle row seats, but I do get about this much in terms of legroom and about this much in terms of headroom. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. One thing to note is that the middle row seats are in their furthest back position, but you can also slide it forward to allow for more legroom back here. Likewise, the last row of seats can also be moved forward and back depending on what you prefer. Same goes for the seat backs. You can adjust it to be more upright or more laid back. You do have cup holders, grip handles with hooks for both sides on the third row. On the left side, there is a power outlet as well. And right above, you do have the interior light and reading lights. Aircon vents. Right down here, there is an actual power outlet to charge items and whatnot. On the rear door panel, sunshades, speaker, and storage. Now, as mentioned earlier on, I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. The middle row seats are set in their furthest back position, while the driver's seat is set in a position that I would feel comfortable in. There is no room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat, but I do get slightly more than this in terms of leg room, and again, more than this in terms of headroom. So the middle row seats are quite spacious as well. There are storage pockets on the front seat backs, tray tables on the front seat backs as well, with straps to keep items secure. Above, grip handles with hooks for both sides at the back, aircon vents, cabin and reading lights, and the aforementioned fan speed and temperature controls for the rear. The glass portion does not actually open, but you do have a shade if you do not want that much sunlight coming in. Same goes for that side. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the rear hatch itself and locate a touchpad right underneath this portion right here. As expected from a van, boot space in the Traveller is quite good. With all the rear seats in place, boot space is 603 litres. Fold the third row seats down and the boot space increases to about 1000 litres. With the second and the third row seats folded, boot space becomes an estimated 1800 litres. For extra versatility, all the rear seats can be removed as well. So, when the third row seats are removed, boot space is 2381 litres, and when all the rear seats are taken out, boot space is 3968 litres. Power outlet, adjustable headrests for all rows of seats in this van, window control, storage areas, speaker, AdBlue tank, and the front passenger seat in this van does get full powered adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as the driver's side, including your lumbar, massage, and heated seat functions. Nicely sized glove box. But if that storage is not enough, there's another storage area below. Right in there you do have a power outlet, auxiliary port, and a switch to turn off the passenger airbag. Like the driver's side, there is a cup holder right here. Grip handle for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a couple of lights as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2017 Peugeot Traveller 2.0 HDI. Thanks for watching and goodbye.